Good morning, Bhargav. It's Thursday, the 9th of February. Here's the heads up brief for today. For the Southeast Asia production, we covered 19 issues. North Asia, we covered 6, and for the Australasia and Pacific Islands, we covered 7. In South Asia, we covered 18 issues, plus the major issues in the Europe, Middle East, and Africa regions.
So, which are the major issues among these?
Right, Bhargav. So in Papua, Indonesia, 15 workers who were detained by the Papuan rebels were released after a local pastor intervened. The New Zealand citizen who was kidnapped a couple days ago is still believed to be in the custody of the West Papua National Liberation Army in the highlands of Induga. Security forces are trying to rescue him, but at this point, they haven't had much progress.
Hopefully, they succeed. Thank you.
Right. In Malaysia, Malaysia and Thailand, Anwar Ibrahim, Malaysia's prime minister, will discuss the Deep South peace process in a meeting with Thai Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha today, amongst other things during his 2-day visit to Thailand. Not expecting much to come out of the peace process. It has been stagnating at this point, and unless either side makes significant concessions, it doesn't look good.
Okay, so that's typical Thai politics, I guess.
Thai and Malaysian, yep, just politics. But
Yes.
speaking of Thai politics, one thing that's really interesting is that Tamanat Prampao rejoined the Palang Pracharat party. This just came out about an hour ago. He was kicked out of the party last year for his moves against Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha. So this does suggest that there is tensions between Prayut and Prawit Wongsuwon, who heads the Palang Pracharat party. So the politicking ahead of the elections is going to continue. So we'll keep an eye out on this.
All right.
In Myanmar, the Chevron Corporation said that it agreed to sell its stake in the Yadana gas field to a subsidiary of a Canadian company. The Chevron representatives said that the terms of the agreement and the value of the deal will remain confidential.
Well, confidential is one curtain they always use, I guess. So we'll have to see how that deal evolves.
Yeah. And in terms of how the operations will be managed, that'll be something I'll look into also. Anyway, lastly for the region, tropical cyclone Gabrielle is expected to make landfall around Auckland in New Zealand on the 12th of February. Now, there's a lot of weather alerts here already following the heavy rainfalls in the last few weeks.
Yes, tough times ahead for New Zealanders.
Yeah. Moving over to South Asia and Pakistan, so authorities foiled a plot against Pakistan Taliban plot in Punjab, and they also arrested a financier in Karachi. Now, authorities have also said the Inspector General of Police in both Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa have said that, they cannot guarantee security for the provincial elections, which are supposed to be held soon. So this just shows how the risk is kind of rising. Bhargav?
So this says to me that the security forces are very much capable of tackling threats of a large scale. However, when they're dealing with TTP, Taliban Pakistan, or Taliban themselves, the scale is much greater. The sheer size of threats what they face, and at the level at which they face, it's quite challenging. The Taliban usually embed themselves at a very grassroots level, which was evident in the last 2 decades. So security forces and the civilian administration need to be on the same page. If they diverge, it is going to hamper their own efforts. It's not going to help. But security forces on themselves have proven to be quite capable.
Right, yeah. So it doesn't look good for Pakistan at this point. Thanks, Bhargav. In India, 40 policemen were injured in a clash with protesters near the Chandigarh-Mohali border in Punjab. Police used tear gas and baton charged protesters. They were demanding the release of Sikh prisoners, and they wanted to march to the residence of the Punjab chief minister.
Yes, hopefully the state government understands the seriousness in this issue. Anything related to the Sikh prisoners, and if they allow some of these pernicious elements like the Khalistan groups, it's going to be quite difficult to tackle beyond a certain point. So they need to tackle this at the earliest without letting such clashes happen again.
Right. Lastly, for the Europe, Middle East, and Africa regions, so Ukraine said that it will push to enter the European Union, while President Zelensky said that he will keep demanding jets and aircraft to support Ukrainian forces. He's in the UK at the moment, and UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak said that sending aircraft to Ukraine is not off the table.
All right.
That's a brief for today. Anything from you, Bhargav?
Nothing from my end, Uday. That was a good brief. Thank you.
Thanks.